All right. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well. Salutations, to the Akyam who's doing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And the salutations to the select number of Aquath who's out there listening. I'd like to get into a, quick lesson right quick, just concerning how Jake is, scattered, man. And we're amongst these other nations, man. Heathen, what have you. Jake is in four corners of the round earth, man. We're everywhere, okay? This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, starting at verse 1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse. Okay, that curse is what? To be scattered amongst these heathen, man. We're the Lord's people, but we went off from the law, statutes, and commandments. So we're paying the price, as you've seen over these centuries, man. Okay, Salakia. Okay, which I have set before thee, and thou wilt Salakia, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither Yahweh thy power hath driven thee. He's driven us everywhere, man. Amongst these heathens, amongst these nations, man. So this is basically directed at these black Hebrew Israelites, as I like to say, man, because they're the ones who push that vibration as the black Hebrew Israelites, these Old Testament Jakes, man. Okay, we're scattered amongst other nations, man. Okay, and I always like to bring this up because also I like to push that vibration. Look, man, through the spirit of Habashi Mashah, the so-called Puerto Ricans, the so-called Mexicans, all the Latino tribes, man, and so-called Native Americans. Those are the Lord's peoples, and those are our brothers and sisters as well, man, from the Northern Kingdom, man. Okay, because you got to keep in mind, a lot of Jake from the Northern Kingdom dealt with other nations too. So we're gonna come looking very, very different. Okay, I'll continue reading. Actually, let me start over verse 2. Slack, and shalt return unto Yahweh our power, thy power, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul. Okay, so you got those brothers, you got those brothers and sisters who look a certain way, man. They're not gonna look like the Southern Kingdom, okay? But they are Hebrew Israelites, man, okay? And the Hebrew Israelites aren't black, okay? I was being facetious, when I said that, but they do, in all honesty, push that vibration, man. All the Jews are black. First and foremost, you gotta, go back into the Lashawan Kodash, man, the Hebrew. Okay? You have to go into that to understand that black is talking about what? Qadar, dark skin. Okay? Let me continue reading. This is verse 3. That then Yahweh thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations. From all the nations, man. Okay? From the Old Testament to the New Testament. Okay? And this prophecy is really come, because nothing is new under the sun. So all this is happening once again, man. The spirit of the apostles and prophets are back, man. So you got a lot of brothers and sisters who are waking up to this truth, man. Okay, just like when Jake was amongst those Greeks, okay, quote unquote, those Grecians, those Hellenists, Jake, that Hellenist is to take on another custom, man. So in the New Testament, man, those Jakes, man, those quote unquote Greek nor Jew, man. That was Israelite foreigners, man. You had Jake who knew they were Israelites, and you had Jake who didn't, man. Okay, so all those Jake weren't, quote unquote dark skinned. You had men who dealt with women from other nations, man. So we're scattered, man. As you can see here, man, it's beautiful because everybody, you still have your Israelites who like to say, well, Well, I'm an Old Testament. Well, right here in the Old Testament, I'll read it again. And will return and gather thee from all the nations. Okay, from all the nations. So we've been mingled amongst these other nations. Okay, I'll continue reading. Whither Yahweh thy power hath scattered thee. He scattered us amongst these other nations. So he's going to bring us back, which he's doing now. He's bringing us back into the fold, man. Okay, so some of the Hebrew Israelites, man, some of the Jake, man, okay, come back looking like Edomites, gonna come back looking like Ammonites, gonna come back looking like many other nations. But it just told you here in Deuteronomy in the Old Testament, okay, we're gonna be gathered from these nations, okay, because we were scattered amongst them. Okay, let me see, Salakia. Continue reading verse 4. Okay, if any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from hence will Yahweh thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. So the Lord is gathering his elect first and foremost, man. He waking his people up amongst these other nations, man. Okay, you got brothers out there in Mexico. You got brothers, man, everywhere, man. This truth is coming out everywhere, man. If I'm not mistaken, I I think it's parts that we probably don't even know about. But as long as Yahweh Shem Yahshua and the angels are seeing it, we good money, man. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Okay, we're scattered amongst the nations, man. Okay, so everybody's not gonna come back looking like Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan, Cicely Tyson, Morris Chestnut, Gabriel Union. Okay, Patti LaBelle, what have you. You know, everybody's not gonna come back looking like that, man. You know, Jake's gonna come back looking, but it's according to the spirit first and foremost. Okay, let me get about two more scriptures, Lord willing. Baruch Shah. Let's see, Daniel 9. You know, get this. This is Daniel chapter 9. You know, we're under the rule when Daniel was under the rule of under the Babylonians, man. Okay, I'm gonna start at verse 7. This is Daniel chapter 9 verse 7. O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces, as at this day, to the men of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and unto all Israel that are near and that are far off, through all the countries whither thou hast driven them, because of their trespass that they have trespassed against thee. Okay, so what I just read earlier was dealing with what? The blessings and curses. Okay, the blessings is following what? The law, statutes, and commandments, and being on one accord with Yahweh Shem Yahshua. The curses is what? Being scattered amongst these other nations, these heathens. Which this scripture, because why? Because we trespassed. Okay, we trespassed against Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Okay, we were what? Driven out. We're driven out of our what? Our homeland. Okay. I'll continue reading. This is verse 8. O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee. So you can't tell who's who. Okay, but according to the spirit, you can. Okay, and you do when you do look at someone and as far as when we go into the scriptures of how Yahweh shall look, it's an indicator, a strong indicator. Oh, well, that's according to the scripture. This is who is that guy's talking about. But see, according to prophecy, you know who's who. Because it's a spiritual aspect. Yeah, it's gonna be things that's in the flesh. Because according to the flesh, alluding to Romans 9, who does adoption pertain to? Hey. If you a so-called Negro over here, through the spirit, or so-called Jamaican or so-called Haitian, it's an indicator that you're probably one of the 12 tribes. I put it to you like that, because we were scattered. It was some Jake from the Northern Kingdom left behind. It was some Jake who probably got mingled amongst Jake who when they came over here. Who knows? But through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man, those are our brothers and sisters who was already over here are Hebrew Israelites. Okay, I like to push that out there through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Okay, so our brothers and sisters been me, well, Salakia. Let me clarify that the men is according to the seed. So the men of our nation have been mingling their seed, man. We know Jagan just been going to these other nations, been chilling. Come on, you know. I'll reread that. This is verse 8. O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because Salakia, because we have sinned against thee. Okay? Because we have sinned against Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, man. Okay? This is a spiritual thing. Okay, you have things as certain indicators that will pertain to the flesh, but first and foremost, this is a spiritual aspect of things, man. Okay, you're gonna have brothers and sisters who are gonna come looking like Edomites, man. But according to the seed of, according to their father, man, if that's an Israelite man, it's an Israelite man. Whether he's from the tribe of Ephraim, the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Asher, the tribe of Benjamin, okay, the tribe of Yahweh, okay, the tribe of Loya, okay, Ban Loya, so that's I don't care what tribe it's from, man. Is as long as that man is from the nation of Yasharala, okay? You have certain scenarios with, like, Tiger Woods is always a perfect example I like to go into. And now another perfect example is the guy Blake Griffin, excellent ball player. He has a child with an Edomite woman, I believe. And his child looks like a straight up Edomite. But Blake Griffin, he's if I'm not mistaken, he's a Levite himself. I believe his father's a Haitian, a Levite, lawyer. Okay, so Salakia, I believe he's a Levite, man. So see, you see where that kicks in, because he's now he has like red hair and freckles and what have you, but he's obviously from the Southern Kingdom. But see, he got with a with the Edomite woman and had a child. So that's gonna be a confusion of faces. Lord willing, I don't want to be here, any longer than we have to be. Of course, we're waiting, on Yahweh Bashim Yashai, be the will of the Heavenly Father to deliver us. But his child, his seed will be a perfect example if he was to become a man, and people will be like, no way does this young man, so-called Haitian, looks like a straight up Edomite. If I'm not mistaken, the little kid may have blue eyes, but hey, his father's a Levite. Okay, a light skinned Levite, but he's a Levite according to who? His father's seed. Okay, according to his father's father. Okay. So that's it's just a very important, important thing to go by, man, because that's a perfect example, because we're scattered amongst other nations where our men are mingling the seed. So, it's all according to the spirit, man. Like I say, man, I don't care if you're from the Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom, the men of our nation deal with other women. Hey, they're gonna come looking as such, man. Okay, we've been scattered. The seed has been mingled. Okay, we've been all around the world. We're still all around the world. It's okay. So you're gonna have Israelites looking like Moabites, Edomites. You'll have Jake looking like Hamites. Okay, you're gonna have Jake. Jake gonna come in a lot of different variations. But guess what? According to the Spirit, okay, like, man, that's an Israelite. With that, man, I hope that was edifying, man. It just just got to keep, qualifying and, just, clarify things, man, for brothers and sisters who are just waking up, because this thing is here, man. And, we're almost out of here. And, sincerely, I hope this is edifying. I hope things were made as clear as I can make them through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Once again, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to to the Salakia, to the Akim was doing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth, and also salutations to the select number of Akwath who's out there listening, man. Y'all keep the faith, keep praying to Yahweh Bashim Yashah, and stay strong, man. Shalom.